Is this thing on? Why Bitcoin is dropping. The real reason Bitcoin is dropping. You guys ready for this? Here it is. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. If you are a person, I mean, you clicked on this video, sorry for the clickbait, but to the degree that you care about the reasons Bitcoin is dropping, it illustrates how much you need to do the work. You need to research more because when it drops, it's time to buy. You'll be able to get more Satoshis for a better price. Think about it the other way. It's really hard. I know you grew up, we all are in this world of fiat, but you got to think about it logically. You got to do the work and understand Bitcoin, because if you're worried about reasons why it drops, you're not thinking right. You need to be thinking. It's hard, but it's opposite. When the price drops, it is how you buy things, you sell things when they're high, and you buy them when they're low. That's just from a psychology end, right? That's the hard thing to do. Psychology usually makes you want to do the opposite. Not to conflate that with Bitcoin, because you don't sell at any price, but you see my point. The psychology of that is you want to flip it opposite. It's the same thing with Bitcoin. When you see the price going down, people want to know why. But when the price goes up, nobody asks why. You understand? Do the opposite. When the price goes down, be excited and understand you can get more Satoshis. And to the degree that you don't have that built into you, is a testament to more education on your end. You're clearly going to sell Bitcoin at a certain fiat price if you're worried about the price. Just think about just think about how much more Bitcoin you can own before it becomes, I mean, everyone's talking about it. I agree. Eventually it'll just be the world ledger. And so it's really important to, back up, take a deep breath. If you bought it 106 or whatever and you're worried, please, I mean, this is not financial advice, but I implore you to do more research. Whether you like Saylor, whether you like me, not a comparison, but God, he's brilliant, right? He was my main, like, he was the guy I listened to. I don't know how you could construct a human being to help convey Bitcoin from a certain perspective. As I talk over my words, that man is brilliant. And point being, you need to, whatever it takes, start looking at more creators, find somebody that helps you get to that point. Because I mean, that's kind of the point of this video, is you're not at the point of understanding if you are worried about the price going down. You should be thinking about how much more you can buy. Assuming you have some dry powder, you're not watching these videos about the price going down for merely entertainment purposes. I'm guilty of it. You get a little, you get a little, clicky with just the YouTube algorithm, and you click on a video that either is for entertainment or for, whatever. But yeah, let's not do that. Let's buy more Bitcoin. Focus on your life. Figure out a way to have more dry powder to, hopefully buy more when it gets to a price that's even lower than 85. My personal position, and again, this is not financial advice, but my personal position is anything above the price we're at when the ETFs were initiated. I think it was like 35 or 40K, roughly there. Let's say 35K. Anything below that price, anything above that price is there's no worry. There's no reason to ever even, like, I won't say ever, but there's very little reason to worry about the price. That's the way my mind works. I think any and all what do you call it? Manipulation of the price is going to happen above that price because, and that's something no one talks about. But as soon as the big players and the ETFs got in the game, there is a degree of manipulation that's possible. So another way of saying that is BlackRock and Fidelity, and all those big players bought. We got their ETFs approved. Officially, Bitcoin reached a new paradigm as far as its paradigm is not the right word. Bitcoin reached a new stage, a stage in which there is some, because that's essentially not paper Bitcoin, but Bitcoin that, essentially the government owns, and in theory can manipulate the price down to a certain level. And the people without the understanding and without the, the diamond hands, that's essentially those big players are able to act as hedge funds to manipulate the market and get the weak hands out in retail so that they can buy more. And you can essentially keep repeating that. And so yeah, if it's above 40K, this is not financial advice, but I'm just telling you my position. If we're above 40K, there's no, and if we're below that and it's not a black swan, then that's something to be concerned about for me. If I see us below 35, 40K, and there isn't a black swan event, i.e., something crazy like an FTX situation or some weird world war, I'm not worried. Let me rephrase that. Let me make sure I said that right. If there isn't a black swan and we go below 35K, I am worried, and I will want to try and not necessarily worried, but I will inquire further about why that may be the case. And depending on what I come up with, that could cause some worry. But again, not financial advice. It's just a reminder to do the work when you have those impulses to sell because you have some profit, or you have, I'm telling you, there's probably 100,000 examples, over 100,000 examples of people that bought Bitcoin and they have 10x or 100x or whatever the X is, and 100x is actually pretty good, but still you're paying capital gains. And you still don't see. I just did it. I said that's pretty good. No, it's not good, because if you're trading for fiat, it's never good. But I should, going on a tangent now, guys. All right. Keep doing research. Keep building your confidence and your understanding and learning more about Bitcoin. I'd say I wish I clocked my hours, and maybe sometime I'll do the math just for me personally, for my own personal, so I'm not just, although I am just a guy on the internet, I can at least say this is how much hours I've spent. But I have spent, I've been in since 2017. I pretty much look into it every single day since then. And for about the last 3 or 4 years, I watch 4 hours a day, every day, on videos trying to disprove. Maybe the last year I haven't been doing that, but previously I was nonstop. I could not figure out how. I vehemently tried to disprove the thesis of Bitcoin and how it will be the world ledger, and I couldn't do it. So now that's me. I'm that guy on the internet that is just reminding you that I'm genuinely hoping more people wake up, and that is the message. That is the beauty of Bitcoin. That is what's the word I'm looking for? That is the point of Bitcoin, was to have decentralization, as many people buying into the system and becoming a part of the system at scale, individuals as possible. Now that we have these big players in, we're going to see a lot higher prices, and it can be so much better for humanity, I think, if we have more people in the next year or two just getting 1%, a certain percent of their net worth in it, just something, because it just creates a more abundant mindset, and it creates more freedom in the world. I mean, that's what I believe. So educate yourselves, educate others. Anyone who wants to listen, be kind, talk to people. You know, I've learned it's, especially with the boomers, it's not worth your breath necessarily, in my experience. They actually get pretty angry, in my experience, when you talk about Bitcoin, because you know they own all this wealth and they don't want to be told that they're wrong. They don't want to feel dumb. And you can't blame them. They grew up in a different time and they have a lot of ego and they have a lot of issues. And I also have a bias against boomers. But anyway, do the education, guys. Do the education. Keep educating yourself. When you look at the price and you freak out, just spend time going back to the fundamentals. Look at Saylor. He's the guy that gets me going. Anytime I'm like, am I spending too much time? Like, although I might be. Am I obsessing too much? What if I spend all this time with Bitcoin and I'm wrong? Like, I just throw up a Saylor video and I immediately feel better. And yeah, unless that guy is just, it doesn't even matter. He's nothing but consistent. There's no way that there's just no way that Bitcoin isn't what I believe, what I know Saylor believes, a lot of other people believe. And now I'm getting a little bit rambly. So again, we'll end the video here. Love you guys. Keep some dry powder. We could be going lower. Again, for me, there's no worry under 40K. I think it's a blessing. When Bitcoin's at $1 million a coin, I know it's, for the sake of simplicity, I will refer to it in fiat terms, but when it's at $1 million a coin, it's going to feel really bad. I think Saylor just said that in a video. If Bitcoin hit $10 million today, it would be really, really, people would be upset that they couldn't buy more. We're still early, statistically, and it's hard to do, but I don't think it's been easier to do with that. It's never been easier to buy low of any asset, at least for me. It's never been easier to buy at a low. I see the price dip, and I'm at the point now where it just makes me, although I don't have any dry powder, makes me happy that hopefully people like you could, you know, get a couple more Satoshis, a couple 100,000 more Satoshis, tens of thousands of more Satoshis before we hit this insane fiat price of Bitcoin, and it's gonna be harder to buy. So I'm happy for you guys. Do the research, build up your confidence, secure that Bitcoin, yeah. Wish you all the best day, and yeah, Bitcoin is love, Bitcoin is truth, Bitcoin is the future, and Bitcoin will save humanity. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.